like I promised, killer glute day. If you have a fabric band, I'll link the one that I'm using below. Grab that, and if you have a dumbbell or any kind of weight, grab that too. But you don't need either, and this can be plenty challenging without them, so don't worry. And I'm just gonna do like what I've been doing for glutes at home. I do have like a lot of equipment, I happen to, but you don't need it. So these are the days that I'm not using my heavy stuff. So then when I'm not training heavy like I normally do in a gym, I'm gonna really up the reps. So we're gonna do longer sets, but like my butt was on fire after this. Like it hurt so bad. So get your stuff and I'll do it if you do it. Let's go. Please remember, if you like this video, give it a like and subscribe down below, okay? And there's a little alarm bell if you're really feeling me, and then you'll get notified every time I post a new video. And they won't only be workouts, like I have a lot more to talk about, but for now, I feel like that's what everybody kind of needs. So if there's something you want to see, just ask me, and remember to subscribe and like, and tell people, you know, like, let's all get fit together. I'll do it if you do it. All right, if you have the fabric band, grab it and throw it on over your knees. Position yourself so your shoulder blades are on the edge of your sofa. Kind of retract your shoulder blades back and then press down into the sofa with your shoulder blades. Tuck your chin to your chest, and then you're gonna think about your feet being wider than shoulder width apart. You're going to think of keeping your toes up off the ground, really drive through your heels, and really kind of pause in the bottom and at the top and make sure your glutes are engaged. So I sort of take that half second and tuck under and make sure that I'm firing up from the bottom using the muscles that I'm targeting here. Here I'm doing it without any equipment, and believe me, it was really hard. So next up we have abductions, and if you have a band, use it. If you have a weight, you can add that in too. I'll show you first without any weight. Same placement for the band. You're going to hold the top of the last movement, so the top of a hip thrust, and you're going to just abduct your legs in and out for a minute, and that feels like a year, or at least it did for me. Push through, get them done, throw a weight on if you're up for it, or you could do a weight in the first round and then not one in the second. Just go off how you're feeling today. Don't get stressed if you can't, just do the reps for a minute. So I lied a little bit in the beginning. If you have a long loop band, grab it now, because I use one in this next movement. You don't need it, it's still hard, but if you have one, go ahead and grab that. So you're gonna step on the loop and you're gonna put it over your head. Then you're gonna bend forward into a good morning, keeping your legs almost completely straight and your chest really proud. This should feel like a great stretch in the back of your legs, like in your hamstrings and where your hamstrings tie into your glutes. Then you're gonna squat. And when you squat, you wanna think knees out. The stance is pretty narrow. My feet are about hip width apart, and you're just going to squat one and do a good morning, and do that superset for a minute. This is a nice stretching workout movement. I like to feel like length in the muscles under tension, not just contraction. So I hope you like it too. Do it for a minute. For the next movement, the split squat, you don't need any equipment. So you're going to put your foot on the couch and you're going to step out wide enough. I could have gone wider, but I didn't feel like moving the coffee tables. So you're going to go out wide enough that the emphasis is on that front leg's glute. And you'll know if you feel it more in your quad or your glute, and adjust your stance accordingly. What you want to think when you're doing this is fire up from that front heel and really squeeze the glute of the standing leg. So for me here, it's my left side. And then halfway through, you're going to switch and do the other side. So think really tall, proud through your chest. And it's a little bit of balance here too, which is always good for you, for everyone. It requires some focus, and you get that mini break in the middle to reestablish your balance. So you should be able to do these for a minute. Go for it. For the next movement, if you have the band, put it on. Lie down next to the couch and put your feet up on it. Get some tension in the band, and by that I mean push out against it. Dig your heels into the couch, and then you're just going to lift your butt off the ground. I'm kidding. You're going to be really intentional, and you're going to really engage your butt at the bottom and like scoop it under. Show all the dimples, because as I keep saying, no one's watching you. You're at home. So you're going to scoop under and really like hit the bottom and the top of the movement. Make them sharp and intentional and really count. So do this for a minute. And again, like in the first round, you could do the band. In the second round, no band. Both times band, neither time band. It's up to you. Get them done. Yes, I made up the name of this exercise. I think it has a real name. I don't know it. I call them flying clams. So you don't need anything. Lay on your side, line up your knees, and get balance. Like be straight through the arm that's underneath you, supporting your weight. And then lift up. And as you lift your hips off the ground, you are going to kind of pull your knees apart. My feet are still touching. I'm sorry that you can't see that here, but I'm just kind of like opening and closing my knees as I lift my hip off the ground. You also get like residual oblique work here, which means side waist exercising, which is like a bonus. But do 30 seconds on each side. You kind of have to find your spot with these, and then it's easy. Okay, they're not easy. I was dying by this point. Like, I had to shoot this a bunch of times because it was so hard, but the ones that are that hard are the ones we need, right? So do them. Ooh, okay, little B-roll here because you do also need a long loop band. Sorry. I just finished and I realized I really wanted to do this one movement with a long loop. So if you have one, grab it. Otherwise, do anything I'm doing without the equipment. It's still going to be hard. Just do some more and you'll feel it. Like really activate your glutes. Think about that scooped under butt. Like show the dimples. Again, you're home. No one's looking. This is the time to really flex your butt and really squeeze at the top and the bottom and engage your glutes, because that's when you're going to see a shape change, which, you know, everybody wants, right? Okay, that's it for today.